All right, another breaking story right now. This one comes to us from the sellout, Charlie Gasparino. No, the author of the sellout. Sorry, Charlie, I just like to tease you about it every time. Charlie is reporting one of the key players blamed for Citi's fall and about second chances for Wall Streeters. You're generous, Charlie. I thought there were like 10th chances.
He had 9 lives, right, for these guys. I'm going to see if you ate your Wheaties this morning, Aaron, and throw a blast from the past at you. Tom Maharis. Ring any bells?
Tom Maharis, that would be Citigroup, head of fixed income.
Head of fixed income, was going to run Citigroup. I mean, he's one of the leading players, contenders to run fixed income.
But now he's doing a hedge fund, isn't he?
Well, this is the deal. He was one of the guys that a lot of people attribute. I mean, listen, he was at the Capital Markets Group when it was building up all those CDOs that essentially blew up Citigroup. He basically left the firm in 2007 amid this sort of immense turmoil. Citigroup, as you know, became a basket case about a year later. Can't all be attributed to him, but he was the guy in charge of fixed income that was building up this portfolio. He's out. What has he been doing for the last 2 years? Almost nothing, I understand, until very recently. Now, from what I understand, sources tell CNBC that Tom Maharis is starting a hedge fund, and he has, basically attracted some decent interest. He has, from what I understand, almost $100 million in assets under management in this hedge fund, and he does have some interesting interest in the hedge fund. And it's kind of, listen, the sellout is a story of a lot of different characters, a lot of different people who, were sort of responsible for the crisis that occurred last year. Tom Maharis, whether I'm not saying he committed any crime here, but he was one of the people in charge of Citigroup, and he was one of the people that did build up that CDO portfolio. And if you read the book, you read the parts about Maharis, he's a guy that was very good friends with Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon actually was somewhat concerned about him early on in his career. I interviewed Jamie about this and about both the fact that he was an old Salomon Brothers bond trader, a little worried about his a sort of penchant to take risk. Also, there's parts in the book about Tom Maharis's personal trading, how he was trading a lot for his personal account at Citigroup during these times, and Jamie Dimon tried to put a stop to that. So, many ways to sell it is a book about people like Tom Maharis. People didn't think he was going to make a comeback. He is making a comeback right now, sources tell CNBC, as a hedge fund manager. I want to point one thing else out, guys. Yesterday we talked about Bob Kelly, the CEO of Bank of New York, that he possibly is still in the running for to become the CEO of Bank of America. There have been reports that he turned down the job. I just want to add a little more emphasis to this. From what I understand, that door on both sides, both on the Bank of America side and the Bob Kelly side, is not completely closed yet. Bob Kelly, from what I understand, gave them a list of issues they can deal with, I guess prerequisites if he wants to take the job. So it's still slightly open. And here's the other sort of key thing here we have to take away from this sort of Bank of America flirtation with Bob Kelly. In the past, I've reported, and it was clear, that their preference was to go internal. One of the 2 internal candidates, Greg Curl or Brian Moynihan. It looks like, based on pressure from outside investors, from investors, from analysts, that they are now shifting gears. They are, listen, I'm not saying that there's going to be, that one of the inside guys won't be chosen, but based on that pressure, they are clearly, this is a 50-50 gambit inside-outside.
Okay, Charlie, I have an assignment for you. Are you ready?
Okay, thank you. Just what I need right now after I wrote a book.
I'm giving you a new assignment. I would like you to find out where John Corzine's going to go.
My bet is? Here's my bet. My bet, based on what I know about him and his politics, is he becomes an analyst. And if you were going to say on one of these TV shows, one of these cable shows, if you're going to pick which one, it would have to be MSNBC.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I know. Why the pregnant pause there?
All right, Mr. Charlie Gass.